following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Welcome to Henderson, a beautiful Henderson Lions Stadium, and it's a beautiful press box and a beautiful night for soccer. When we got out of the car, it was 69 degrees. It's probably a little bit cooler now. What a perfect night for anything outdoors. Here in Henderson, Texas, as your undefeated Rough Riders are in town to try to continue that streak. I'm here with Stephen Shires. How you doing, Counselor?
Doing well. Very well.
Glad to be doing some soccer. It's so different from, we go from football and that intensity to a completely different intensity with basketball. And then there's a game that's really, we're learning, kind of foreign to us, but we're kind of crash course in soccer.
Yep. Wellington, it is the world's game.
Yeah.
You need to turn me up a little bit.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, and maybe something's, there we go, we can fix me. I sound like I'm in an echo chamber.
Okay.
So you got some,
I'll
have
work
sound
on
effects on me?
I hope not. I shouldn't. But that was, okay. Well, I'll work on that later, man.
All right.
The good news is that Riders are, like I said, undefeated, number one in district right now. And they came off, the first game we got to watch was a 4-2 victory over Carthage, as Carthage scored more goals than any team had to that point. But still, 4-2 is the victory. The Lions, 2-5-1. They're coming off of an 8-0 thrashing of Tatum, though. The last time these two played was the first district game, with Center winning 5-1. So we'll get you ready for the Riders and the Lions with the Wright Chrysler Dodge pregame right after this.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Everybody, welcome back. It's the Wright Chrysler Dodge pregame show here live from Henderson, Texas, as the Rough Riders get ready to take on the Henderson Lions in a pivotal district matchup. And getting ready for that, Chris Wellington sat down with Coach G, the best-dressed coach in all of East Texas, and discussed the season.
All right, there is Coach G. First time we've gotten to talk to you this year, and it's been a pretty good year.
Yes, it definitely has been a good year, and I mean you're never late. You're just on time. So
Okay, thanks.
Let's go.
Well, I'll accept that. Give me a feel for life before district. How was the team early on?
Well, I mean the way I've always done it, and this year is no different. I have lots of moving pieces within the roster, within the starting rotation, and I'm just trying to get a feel of where the guys are this year. Mm-hmm. So it's been good to us. We won quite a few games prior to district.
Okay.
So.
And then once district, give us a feel for the district. Soccer districts are so different than. Yeah. It's a pretty competitive district, though.
Yes, it definitely is. I mean, we have a few, one school that came down from 5A, which is Pine Tree, and they're pretty well-rounded in every position and as a team. And then you have the powerhouse that is Kilgore in soccer, which I think that institution has been very good all the way around, not just in soccer. And then you have also Henderson. Henderson is pretty strong. And then you throw us in the mix, it becomes a really strong district. So it's been really tough. I mean, we're fortunate to be standing in a good position in first place. So we've been rocking and rolling.
And give us a scouting report on Henderson.
Henderson, they play you tough, they play you aggressive. They are very well organized. They're very, I want to say they're very disciplined, but with a certain amount of pressure that we can't create. I guess you can, I can use the phrase, the back's against the wall.
Okay.
And if you punch them in the face, everybody has a plan till that happens. So,
That's
you know,
good.
I think that they have a really good number 10, center mid, strikers that can hurt you real quick. But I think that us defensively and things we want to do, it puts them in a bind, I think.
Okay. Well, good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you, sir.
JBA Financial Services brings you Coach Talk, and there's a reason for that. John Black knows that when you're preparing for an important game, you need a plan, and they'd like to be a part of the details, the X's and O's of that plan. He's put together a good team, a coaching staff that would help you and your family get where they want to go. At JBA Financial Services, they're working to secure your family's future.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show. We just heard from Hope Medical, which brings us our injury report this week. And Wallington, you still need to turn me up just a little bit.
I can do it. There you go. Oh,
I'm there, right there. There we go. There we go. That sounds better. Even though I don't normally need a whole bunch of volume.
That's right. Well, we had you turn way down. You never had a chance. The injury report that you referred to were all good as far as, and unless something has happened since yesterday's practice, we're good for today. And that's brought to you by Hope Medical. And our district roundup, which is really not sponsored, if anybody wants to sponsor it, you're welcome to give us a call. Center, the good news in the district roundup is we are the number one team. We've outscored our district opponents 25-5. In second place is Kilgore, a very formidable team. We beat them 1-0 in overtime. That's their only loss. Pine Tree, who we get next week, is 5-2-1 in third. And then after that, the remaining 4 teams are below 500. So the big three are Pine Tree, Kilgore, and Center. And Center, the smallest of those 3 schools, is the one leading. So that's pretty exciting, sir.
That it is.
We say thank you to our pregame sponsors, Center Glass, JBA Financial, Hope Medical, and, of course, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We'll be right back with the Riders versus the Lions here in Henderson.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Piney Woods Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors who proudly support Center Soccer. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your third-generation supply store and lumberyard. Welcome, Rough Rider fans, to NETSN on YouTube. It's Friday night, and PSPN's coverage of Rough Rider soccer. Tonight, the Rough Riders travel to Henderson to take on the Lions. It has been a good season for the Rough Riders, 8-0, undefeated in district. They've played every team in the district, and they've defeated them, culminating in a 1-0 victory over ranked Kilgore, and then on Tuesday night against Carthage in overtime. The result to this point, first place in District 15. For the Henderson Lions, a more difficult season. At 2-5-1, they find themselves with victories only over the Tatum Eagles and a tie against Pine Tree. So here we go. It's the Rough Riders taking on the Lions in Henderson. We'll have the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff next.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Everybody, welcome back, Chris Wallington.
We are introducing, you see there on the field, the Rough Riders starting lineup, and that's brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. There on the square. They include Musa Muhammad, Christopher Gomez, Miguel Rodriguez, Franil Patel, who is the subject of our Center Motor Company player spotlight at halftime, Oswaldo Reyes, number 6, Jonathan Gomez, Daniel Flores, number 10, Jared Cordoba, number 15, Edgar Caravio, number 16, Luis Mendoza, and our
Mr. Kiss.
All right, and our goalie is Pablo Huachapa. Some of the starters got lost. I couldn't see neither see nor hear, but I'm pretty sure number 11 is a starter that I missed, but I wouldn't swear to it.
That's right.
Jean Caravio.
Now, see, Wallington, Wyndham Family Dental brings us something to smile about.
Yep.
And I'm going to jump the gun here and go with our Wyndham Family Dental. I've got something to smile about right off the bat.
Already, go ahead.
We got number 9 is Alexis Ramirez, but he goes by Bob.
The Alexis Bob. Billy
We
Bob.
got to find out.
Jimmy Bob.
And Alexis Bob.
And Alexis Bob, yeah. We got a great story, I bet you. You're right. That's something to smile about.
I gotta hope he gets in the game.
Well, shoot.
Could you imagine if Bob scores a goal?
Bob!
Yes.
Goal!
Yes.
Goal, Bob!
That's brought to you by Wyndham Family Dental, our dentists.
Hey, we have time to hear from here. We'll just do it out of order. That's perfect. At Wyndham Family Dental, it's always about family. Their family welcomes you. Their family takes care of you. At Wyndham Family Dental, it comes down to this.
If you have something to smile about, smile.
Everybody, welcome back. We are finishing up the national anthem, and then it will be time to get it on here in Henderson, Texas.
And Henderson has a history of quality in their soccer program. I don't know that this year is their best year, judging from the record.
Well,
it's not, but they're.
Well, we got some insight from an inside source.
Yeah, pretty
here.
inside.
So we were talking with the athletic director here. It's this guy named Richard Meeks.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard of him.
And anyway, and talking to his sons who were shooting up.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Last time we saw them, it was, I guess, August. They've grown a lot.
Yes. And but they were talking about there was a player for them, and they said they called him Angel. So I'm not sure. He said that Angel got hurt in warm-ups against the Rough Riders.
Oh.
And first time around, and injured himself and hasn't played since. And he is a lot of their offensive firepower.
Well,
so that would, that if you lose your main guy, that would explain.
It was a 3-0 victory back in late January when Henderson came to center. So
right,
might have been a little different if this Angel was in the game, but I don't. Are we put together a roster from looking at their signs on the fence where they had a picture of every player, and none of them's first name that I saw was Angel or Angel. So,
yes.
Oh well. That's because we are top-notch journalists.
That's right, we are. But we can see that. Again, we have. Is he president yet? President Grant or General Grant?
Yeah, maybe I can get a shot of him. He's right next door on the camera.
There he is. Look at that. Look at that fine-looking young man right there.
Yeah.
Look at the concentration.
And that's a reflection. That's the real guy right there.
There he is.
That's him. And he's from the starting defensive line to the starting camera line during soccer season. And he's going to be on the headset a little bit in the second half. He played soccer.
Right.
Neither of us did.
Well, he did the camera work and was color man with me in Rusk.
Yeah.
For basketball.
And I heard a lot of people tell me, you really should let him do that.
And
you can find something else to do, Chris.
Anyway, he did a fine job. And so here we go. We get ready to get underway here at just before 7 p.m. in almost downtown Henderson.
It really is, yeah. It's an old school. Their actual school is not here, but this is the site of their old high school and their old high school stadium. And when they rebuilt it, they kept the location. I think that's neat.
So it looks like center will kick off and get – when you kick off, there we go. When you kick off in soccer, you get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we are underway here. I think the JV Lions end up beating the Rough Rider JV 3-0.
0-0 at half, but big early second half for Henderson. And so with Riders in wild pursuit, Henderson gets it down into the Rough Rider end of the field where the defense converges. Good defensive play there.
Oop, we lost control. Going to be a turnover. It's interesting. We got down and covered the last part, the most exciting part of the Center versus Carthage match. But Carthage played a completely different game from what we're seeing from Henderson here.
Yeah, Henderson wants to attack, and that's what they said, aggressive. They want to do what same thing Center wants to do.
Yes.
Is keep the ball in the in your opponent's net. And so far, so good from those gentlemen. By the way, the defensive play was Anthony Torres. I had to zero in to see his number. On our white jerseys, we have purple outlines. The numbers are white on white. So it's real hard to see what's going on.
So somebody said, Coach G, what kind of uniforms you want? We want uniforms that make it impossible for the commentators to be able to tell what number somebody
And then he giggled.
Yes.
Out of bounds off a header from Henderson, so Center will get to move forward. They have not spent any time in the first 2 minutes near the Henderson goal. Looked like a square dance over there with them all kicking the ball around. Nice throw in off the foot of a Henderson defender. Rough Riders, so much energy at the beginning, middle, and end of the game.
Yep.
This is where they want it. Off the chest, getting close. But the Henderson defense swarming. Managed to get the ball and a shot on goal. Beautiful shot!
Oh, wow!
Unreal! I mean, that was unreal, Shires. I didn't think he had a chance. Not sure who that was, but I think it was right there. I think.
Oh, no, that was one heck of a shot.
Yeah, it was just a pretty low percentage play and perfect in the first 4 minutes on the first shot on goal. It's 1-0. Looked like the Riders would have another chance to pressure, but instead, good defense. The play ends off the head of Arahama, number 18 for the Lions. Big kick by Huichapa, the goalie.
Yeah, so I'd forgotten Huichapa was not his first year, but he's such a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I bet you there was 30 or 40 yards distance between the difference between how far he could kick it and how far the Carthage goalie, who appeared to be a fine goalie, could kick it. Oh, we had another shot on goal there. Yeah. That was actually a higher percentage shot.
Right. Took it from the air off his right foot and can't see the number no matter how hard I try.
Well, I don't think there's only in the back, I think. You know, and unfortunately, most of the guys have the same very similar haircuts.
Yep.
So it's not like we can identify them from their haircuts.
That's right. It's like football. You know, there are big guys and not big guys, and that's about it. But you can usually see their numbers. Good kick from center defense all the way down.
It's going to go out of – well, maybe it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going
for a second there.
Yeah, we need to ask the coach to make sure he puts the numbers on the front of the jerseys, too.
Next time.
We're going to send a list of requirements.
Dangerous play by the center defense, but they get it to the goalie and get it out of that goalie box. Morales on the far side, number 67. And this would be my something to smile about. The largest number I will have ever called in a game is last name for Henderson, St. John, number 111.
Nice.
I've never called a 3-digit jersey number before. I hope we get to call it.
Yes. So we got Bob on our side and number 111 on theirs.
Bob and St. John.
Yes. So
there's a beautiful inbounds kick.
Yes.
You could call that a shot on goal, but
yes.
Stopped by the goalie.
Those kicks brought to you by Chris Mayfield, State Farm. And once again, see that Chapa sends it 65, 70 yards in the air. Hey, Coach Alvarez, do we need a punter next year?
Right. Consider that.
All right, here we go. Shot. Oh, I thought we might have get a quick shot there. Now, they set up. They center it. Get in a give and go.
Beautiful passing.
Oh.
Well, good defense. Henderson swarmed in defense.
Yeah.
The one goal center had was not a defensive error. It was just a brilliant offensive shot.
Yeah.
So the center defense turns their back to the offense and kicks the ball gently over to Huichapa, who gets it over to the right side.
Nice header there. We'll have at the conclusion of this, well, probably getting started pretty soon if they haven't already started. Larry Pierce on NETSN channel has got Sherino versus
Yeah, that's actually on the NFHS.
Oh, it's on
isn't
it is on NFHS. That's right. Never mind. Versus Hawkins, or
I believe it's either Harleton or Hawkins. It's, the other H word plays in Center Tuesday. I can't remember, but it's round 2 playoffs of the ladies.
Yep.
If you are a basketball fan, especially of ladies basketball,
I think it's St. Augustine. I think it's St. Augustine and Hawkins. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I bet because he did Sherino versus Douglas last night. Sherino ladies look like they may play for a while.
Yeah, they're good. The St. Augustine ladies, promising as well. And for Center Rough Rider fans, we had a good football season. It ended in a dramatic fashion in the first round of the playoffs in overtime. But basketball, very disappointing by Rough Rider standards. Tennis got to the playoffs, was eliminated in the first round, unusual by Rough Rider standards. So,
two of our stronger sports, an earlier exit than what we're normally used to.
But here we are with an undefeated team, 8 games. This is the 9th game in district. And a lot of promise with a lot of returning starters from a regional championship contender. They were the semifinalists in the regional final, so they'd gotten to the round of 8. So lots of excitement about this team here.
Yes. We've been looking forward to getting out here and doing this. We need more help so we can get these games on earlier.
Yeah, that's right. That would be
Speaking
nice.
of that, in basketball, again, the secret negotiations continue to bring Hiram Harrison on board as a color analyst.
And there's a
it's
score from
Wow.
Henderson, and it happened fast. Off the foot of number 18. I called his name earlier. It's an unusual Ariano, but it was set up beautifully by the far left striker, and then right off of him, and Huichapa really didn't have a chance. That was a point-blank score. So 1-1 here. As we approach the 30-minute mark, Shires, if we can.
They didn't stop the clock on this one.
Unusual that they didn't. We will take just a quick break to hear from sponsors. We'll be right back to the action.
For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store.
All right, welcome back. We're under 30 minutes to play here.
Good job there by the Rough Rider. Old basketball move when you throw the ball off the foot of your opponent. And that's what number 3 did for the Rough Riders. That's Christopher Gomez. Rough Riders scored within the first 120 seconds, but Henderson real quickly, it didn't even look like it was a threat, and suddenly the ball was in the net. 1-1 tie. Good defense by the Riders. They get it back down, trying to keep it in their end of the field. But it's no longer. It's DePaz.
Oh, nice move.
I believe it was number 7, DePaz, that set up Ariama for the goal. So credit him with that assist.
That should be a corner kick coming. Excuse me.
Dr. Collard corner kick.
Dr. Collard.
Can you see all the way in the corner? If you can't, it's Dr. Collard on the square. Well, and it worked. The ball got through and past the entire Rough Rider defensive line. And off the foot, not sure of which player, but they're hugging, looks like number 8.
The Lions with the lead.
That's Alan Basildua, who I think was surprised it got to him because it went through every foot. He was the last one, kicked it into the right-hand corner of the goal to Huichapa's left. A really good shot, and yeah, how about Henderson taking a little hometown pride here, defending their turf. We're in the bottom part of the first half, the second quarter, if you will, early. And center feeling a little bit of urgency now. Henderson, aggressive style. They've spent really more time on attack than the Riders have. And another one with a whole lot of Riders out of place. Good kick out of bounds so the defense can get back. But it's another corner kick, and boy, it worked perfectly the last time. We'll see. Yeah, and they try the, what's the name of that when you kick the ball over your head? There's got to be a name for that, and they gave that a shot, and they just never that one never had a chance. So Huichapa.
I think it's called a bicycle kick, isn't it?
Okay. Well, the chain fell off of that particular attempt, but Huichapa will kick it from between the L and the I at the 26-minute mark. Booming kick. 55 yards in the air. Henderson's defense rotates, but a quick jab from center, keeping it in play in the middle of the field. Big defensive kick from Henderson. Well done. Be sure to remember, when you go to the square to do your shopping, Mooney's Emporium for the springtime birthdays and wedding anniversaries and wedding gifts or whatever, the just because gifts. It's Shell Mooney on Square. Every game we do for the Rough Riders, regardless of the sport, is brought to you in part by Mooney's Emporium.
Riders going to throw it in right at midfield.
Got by Rough Rider defender, but Huichapa scoops it up before it gets out of the box. Big low punt.
Yeah, I still don't understand. We need to. You need to interview Chapa and ask him what informs him on what kind of.
Right. Is it a rule thing or is it a choice? And
right.
If it's choice, how do you?
Because you can throw it. You could kick it gently. You could do a worm burner like he did right there, or you can, kick it 60 yards.
Center had the triangle set up, trying to get a shot on goal, but it was broken up by the blue. And now with only 4 defenders, it's blasted out. But it's kicked back towards the Rough Rider goal. Defense responds, and Henderson responds again. And another big defensive kick. I believe that was Patel, number 5.
That went off the head of a Lion, so it's going to be Rider ball they'll throw in here about the 40-yard line.
Off the head of a Lion. That was the main event. Oh, man.
Cha-ching.
Oh, please don't turn the channel. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. Creeping down towards, I said we were in the early second quarter. That was wrong. We're in the late first quarter. First half of the period is 3 minutes and 3 seconds away. Riders kick that one away. That may give us just enough time to hear from Tomlin Insurance.
We already heard from Tomlin. We'll hear from Bird Forrester.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it. Group
All right, welcome back, folks.
While you were away, a lot of back and forth between the 35s. Neither team really able to mount a charge because of good defense. But here comes the Riders, outnumbered, outmanned, and the defense responds. Good kick from one of the Rough Riders, expecting a little help, didn't come. And Henderson player, I believe that's number 11 for the Lions, was able to boot it away. That's Marquez. Well, it's a Chris Mayfield free kick, but it's way, way away from the goal. Beautiful kick. And, yeah, the Rough Riders are able to get it down towards their end, but that's it as it goes out of bounds. Yeah, Center fans, I feel bad. We're not using any names, but just too hard to see the numbers. We're way up high in a very beautiful press box, but it's just hard to tell. It's hard to tell even if it's a 1 or 2 digit number.
But the Riders find themselves in an unexpected hole.
Yeah. Yeah, they scored in 2 minutes into the game, but now as we approach the halfway point, they find themselves down by 1.
And the other thing is, I mean, like we said before, Henderson seems to be had more shots on goal, and we've been playing more, I'd say, 55, 45,
60-40, yeah.
60-40 down our end.
To your right of the camera. And you're right, Centers had 2 shots on goal. Now they hit one.
Uh-oh.
And that will stop the action.
That might be a penalty kick.
You see that there close-up of the official. And that's scary right there. From the 1 yard line, 11 yards between the kicker and Pablo, and it's in. And I would venture to say that the Riders have not been down by 2 this district season. In fact, up until today, only 5 goals had been scored against them. Today already, more than half that. And we've seen 5 of the 8, Shires.
Yes.
2 of those goals came in the second half against Carthage, and then the other 3 of the first half of the next game. So, strange defense by the Riders. Down 2 with 18:35 to go in the half. And very quickly, the possession stolen from them.
No, we talked about this. The Riders, I mean, the 3 teams that are kind of in the top half of the district, Center is by far the smallest of the 3. So.
Oh, that was a risky play as Center's defender header towards the goalie, but it was before it got to Pablo, number 18, Ariyama had a chance to make another shot on goal.
Yeah.
I have that as their 7th shot on goal versus only 2 for the Riders.
But the way the playoffs work, may not matter. Center will likely go in as the number 1 seed in the smaller group regardless. But, you're looking at momentum and history of being the undisputed district champion is kind of the goal at this point. And Henderson is threatening that because we give this game away and now we're right back in it with Kilgore.
Yeah, despite the fact we beat Kilgore, it's only a 1-game lead. Kilgore hadn't lost since.
Long way to go, but the Lions have, again, it's not a fluke that they're up 3-1.
No, they've played well.
Yeah.
And part of the defensive lapse is the offense's inability to keep the ball in our left-hand side of the field. And again, good defensive play there. But good swarming defense from Henderson gets the ball back towards midfield. We want to thank our platform sponsors every game all year long, whether it's Larry, whether it's Center, whether it's Shelbyville, they're a part of it. That's Portacool, Batters Law Firm, and Sandy Cox Insurance, the ultimate sponsors and supporters of high school athletics in Shelby County. Thank you guys very much for what you do as a business and what you do as friends of the programs. So, the Rough Riders get down towards the Henderson goal and goalie, but no real threat. Strange is number 17 you see on your shot there for Henderson. He took a seat first. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I guess because he was cramping a little bit, number 10 comes in the game to replace him. That was a little odd. That's it's Gonzalez, who took a seat, replaced by number 10, Eric Garza. Back underway, down under 15 minutes. Yeah, it's been a long time since the Rough Riders have been outright district champions. There's always Kilgore. Kilgore's such a strong program. So excited to beat Kilgore. But if you don't take care of business against those that you're supposed to take care of, it doesn't really matter much.
Well, annually, this is a tight contest between these two teams.
That's correct. That's correct.
Historically, they're fairly evenly matched.
I think kind of geared the same way. And so what's happening so far in the half is it looks like Henderson's beating Center at its own game early. The first score, if you hadn't joined us, was just a beautiful individual play. It was not a result of a particular strategy or heightened teamwork. But since then, only one other shot on goal in the last 20 minutes of play. Man, Henderson did a good job of negating that threat. Chopper rockets it down, then off the head. Got it into the goalie box, then knocked away safely by Henderson.
But that sets the Rough Riders up. The throw in.
Yeah, the throw in's quick. Get it over in the corner. Kick it over. Knocked away by the goalie. Last touch by the goalie, so the Rough Riders will still have it.
think it should be a throw in.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a corner kick.
It wasn't. Well,
Oh, no, they're gonna.
it's going. That's a Dr. Collard. That's a Dr. Collard corner kick. First one for the Riders today. Thank you, Dr. Collard, optometrist on the square.
I thought it went out of bounds, not out the back, but I guess it was right there, so it was really close. So Henderson able to score on a Dr. Collard corner kick. Let's see what the Rough Riders can do with one.
Offense moves off the head, and the goalie gets it. It had some promise, but center will get another chance. Quickly thrown in and kicked away by Henderson. Yep. In the last 4 or 5 minutes, center has had a bit of advantage as far as the aggression goes, but it's only been in those last 5 minutes. A kick to the knee of a center player, and the Henderson player that kicked him was attending to him. It was an accident. He's able to get up and continue. Creeping down to the 11-minute mark.
I'd like to see the Riders at least get one.
Yeah.
And close the gap.
Something to be excited about. This is a Chris Mayfield free kick right into the belly of the beast off the head of a Henderson player, and it almost scored. It was almost that kind of shot that went just over the fingers of the goalie, but it went over the goal. But there is a Dr. Collard corner kick. And there he is. Left-footed. Curves it in. Too hard. Too far. He was bending it, but it was just a little bit too much distance on it. Riders kicks it down off the head.
Yep.
It will go to Henderson. It gives us time to hear from Down Home Storage.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to Down Home Storage. That's what I did.
All right, Henderson's going to inbound, throw it in about the 30.
Nice defensive kick. Center there off the rebound. The goalie gets there before the offense can. That was close. Booming punt.
It was really high in the air. It went up above where the lights were. Didn't have the distance that Huchapa gets, but man, it was a mile up in the sky. Uh-oh, nice tackle.
A great tackle. Defense, after the great save, he kicks it out of bounds. Didn't really mean to do that. Already thrown back in, and Huchapa will stop it. If you're just joining us, the Riders spent the first half of the district season giving up 3 total goals. Last week in first game of the second part, they gave up 2 in a victory, but they've already given up 3 tonight. So 5 of their 8 district goals been given up in the last 2 halves. 3-1 game, 7:47 to go in the first. Thought there might have been a hand involved in that stop. But a good header from number 10, who has played very well today. He's scored one of the goals. And center with a chance. Only one player to get it to. He gets it to him.
Take the shot.
Squares it up. Shoots.
Oh,
Good.
nice. Well, they're still going. Oh.
I think the Henderson player slid and kicked it out of bounds, number 4. So
he did. But that was a nice play by him because the Riders had the numbers. We had two chances there. Little two-man game.
They're running to get the ball. Center Soccer and All Sports brought to you by The Forge, the gym on the square that helps you get strong, like the Rough Riders and the other teams, the Dragons and the Rams and the others. If you're not a high school athlete, if you're not full-time, spend a little part-time at The Forge with Danbert Collum. A Dr. Collard corner kick, their third one of the evening. It gets into the scrum, kicked out. Possessed by center. Back into the scrum. Gets through. 2 guys down there from the Riders. Both of them got there at the same time.
Oh, so close.
And they stop as the Henderson defender goes down. Yeah, two Rough Riders in the same spot, and they kind of canceled each other out, but they were I'll get a shot of it, see the goal. They were both standing right at the tail of the E there with no one between them but the goalie, and they both kind of kicked the ball at the same time, and it went to the left. But the last 10 minutes have been a lot of offensive activities. The Rough Riders have kind of found a way to keep the ball in play. They've had 2 more shots on goal. Neither of them have been particularly close. But in the first, 30 minutes or nearly 30 minutes, they only had 2.
We had that shot with those 2 players. I think if there's just one there, I think there's a really good chance that's going to be a goal.
I do too. It's a bad break. But Rough Riders are pushing again.
Nice passing there for the Riders.
Yeah. Good defensive play by the Henderson defender. Got it out of trouble. And here they come. Get the ball in the goalie box. Wachapa was going up to contest it. Didn't have to. But down to 4 minutes left in the half. The ball's a long way away from the center goal. When we get to halftime, the Farmer State Bank halftime report will feature some halftime analysis with a special guest. The throw in, the header over the net, and Wachapa will kick it in for the Rough Riders. Rick Meeks will be with us at halftime, along with Grant Gregory. And then Center Motor Company will bring us some time with senior Frenil Patel, one of the Rough Riders starters and a good student. We'll meet him during the Farmer State Bank halftime here in 3 minutes about of game time. Good passing. Now the Rough Riders playing more of a team game, keeping the pressure on. It's just not been successful yet. Oh. A stoppage of the action. I'd be a free kick for Henderson from the 10-yard line. That's a Chris Mayfield State Farm free kick. And it's a defensive one. Just get it out of there. Make sure it takes some time to get the ball back in play. Now 60 yards from the goal.
Curious to see a lot of times these last few minutes of the halves, the riders have the advantage because they seem to have a lot of times a conditioning advantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if that holds true here.
Huge, perfect pass. That's a 50-yard bomb in football, except for it came off the foot from the goalie to the offense downfield. Can they keep it in bounds? Can't. It was an opportunity here late in the first half, down under 2 minutes. And we're not being homers when we say it's a surprise. The Riders down 3-1 to a team that only won twice, both times against the district doormat, the Tatum Eagles, who Henderson beat by 8 on Tuesday. A shot on goal, just a little bit to the left, but that's by my count, 5th one of the game so far for the Riders. They've kept Henderson from taking one in the last 14 minutes of the game, give or take. Goalie with more of a pass over to number 67. Kicks it along the sideline. Down to number 10. 10 and 67, playing back and forth.
Be a free kick for the Lions. A nice deep kick.
Garza's kick gets it way down.
It's going to lead to a Dr. Collard corner kick.
Only 22 seconds left. They'll have to hurry it, but it gives them another chance. But wouldn't that be something? If they could score a quick one, but good head defense, down to 13 seconds, and it looks like that will not be successful. And 5 seconds. Okay, it looked like he might get a breakaway, but he didn't, and that's how the first half will come to a close. 3-1. The Lions scored 3 unanswered. Lead the Riders as we go to the Farmers State Bank halftime program.
You're watching on YouTube in conjunction with NETSN, Pineywood Sports Network's coverage of Rough Rider soccer.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
There we go. All right, buddy, welcome. It's the Farmers State Bank halftime show here live. A surprising result for us Rider fans.
Yeah, 3-1. Not what we expected, but Henderson's played some really good soccer. We will have the East Texas Automotor halftime analysis segment with our cameraman and former Rough Rider soccer player, Grant Gregory, the general. He does it all. And then we'll have a Center Motors player spotlight on Fran Patel, all that in the next 8 minutes. We'll be right back with the Farmers State Bank halftime. What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. That's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm. You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the Farmer State Bank Halftime Show. It's time for the East Texas Automotor Halftime Analysis. Again, brought to you by East Texas Automotor. Go see Eric, a former Rough Rider soccer player.
Yes, yeah. And probably the reason that we do this. He said, y'all, you need to do soccer. Okay, and immediately we were hooked.
Now, he was on the team. He was still in high school when we started doing soccer.
But he said, you need to do this. Because I was teaching him, and he was giving me a guilt trip.
Oh, there he is. There's the man right there.
So now we got General Grant and Coach Meeks to help us with the analysis. And so you can hand your headset over, and you can take care of a little business, Mr. Shires. Grant, we're supposed to be, the district front runner. And that first goal, I was like, yeah, here we are. But then after that, Henderson played well.
Oh, yeah, they're jumping out the locker room and stepping on them.
And we were told they were going to be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
They're aggressive.
Yeah. Well, what I see, I haven't watched. This is the first game I watched soccer in a while. But what I'm seeing right now is a lot of centers getting the ball down a lot to Henderson's goal a lot. But Henderson's playing immaculate defense. I mean, usually you expect a ball to slip in, and only one has. So, I mean, good defense by Henderson. Also good offense by centers.
In that last 20 yards, they really pack it in.
Yeah, they do.
Well, Coach Meeks, I don't know how much you've talked soccer with the coaching staff, but this was a good halftime performance.
It was. We met a couple times this week, got some new things put in. I kind of know Coach G a little bit, so I worked with my soccer coaches, and we schemed a little bit, and it's paying off right now.
Yeah, the inside scoop from Coach Benedict Arnold of the Henderson Lions.
No, but we in all reality, we have a couple players back that we haven't had since before playing center the first time. Which has allowed us to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
What number play? Do you know the number of either of the players that are back? I wrote them down, and that's not even in numerical order, Coach. I wrote those down from the signs on the fence that your son sent me in a text. So it would be hard to find. But
I know the one is what's the one of the forwards, the front guy.
Yeah.
I think he's number 12, Bazaldua. And then Eric Garza's been kind of back and forth. Eric's played a more, but he has been injured. But he's playing well tonight and doing some good things. So I know that has helped us. That has for sure helped us on the offensive end to be a little bit more aggressive. But we've done a better job on the back end pressing and pressing pressing those first passes coming out and trying to keep the ball on one end of the field.
And it's until the last 12 minutes, most of that game was on that end of the field. Well, Coach, General, thank you for the East Texas Automotor analysis. We'll hear from some sponsors, and we'll also hear from our Center Motor Company Player Spotlight. We'll be right back.
Farmers State Bank, un nombre que conoces y en que puedes confiar. Somos sus vecinos y compañeros comunitarios. Estamos comprometidos a cumplir sus necesidades financieras, proveyendo soluciones bancarias para sus préstamos, hipotecarios, comerciales o personales. Con 120 años de servicio a nuestra comunidad, somos parte de sus rodeos, hipotecas y festivales locales. Queremos que sepas que estamos aquí para ayudarte. Visítenos en fsbctx.bank o ven a vernos hoy. Farmers State Bank, mejorando vidas y cumpliendo sueños.
When it's broken, it's got to be fixed. You've got to get from one place to the next. But wouldn't it be great if you didn't have to take out a loan to get it repaired? Don't worry, there's East Texas Auto.
Here at East Texas Auto, you can be reassured that your vehicle will be well taken care of and serviced, as communication and transparency are our #1 drivers.
Find them on Highway 96 North. And just go right into it.
Everybody, welcome back. This is the Farmer State Bank halftime show, and we have a Center Rough Rider Soccer spotlight where Chris Wallington sit down and talk to one of our young men, Patel.
Franil Patel.
All right, we'll get that keyed up right now.
I have here a senior on the soccer team. Tell us your name and your position.
Franil Patel.
And what do you play?
Winger.
Okay. And have you played, how many years have you played?
All 4.
Okay. So tell me about this year's team compared to the other teams that you've been on. Would you say this team has a chance of being the best?
Yeah, it's most of the same people from last year, so we already have a good base, and our chemistry's there most of the time. Yeah.
Got to be excited about undefeated in district.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, we have a half behind us here as people watch this, but you've played Henderson before. What do you remember about them?
They're an aggressive team. They push very hard.
Okay. They're not going to do what Carthage did and sit back and play defense.
No,
Okay.
they're going to try to score on us.
All right. Well, good luck with the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
When you think Center Motor Company, Billy Don, what do you think?
Trucks, and more trucks.
They have pre-owned vehicles.
Yep, and a lot of them's are trucks from all brands, makes, and models. But the Ford trucks, man, they got a fleet of them.
Yes, they do.
Come on down to the corner of Hutcherson and Hurst, Center Motor.
It's the Ray Jones keys to the game. Marlon and Michael would love to see it. What do you want to see on the field, Charles?
I want us to score 3 goals in the second half,
Okay.
and to none for the Lions.
All right. Hey, that's
But going back, we're talking. We've got. I'm not sure we got to execute.
Yeah.
We haven't really had any through ball. I mean, that's what we like to do is get the through ball play. We just haven't had it. Henderson's done a really good job of cutting that off.
They have. Thank you to our halftime sponsors, Elite Hair Design, Center Motor Company, East Texas Auto Motor, and our title sponsor, Farmer State Bank. We'll hear from them and come back with the second half.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmer State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Welcome back. It's time for the second half kickoff, brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. And the Henderson Lions will, and there's Chris Wallington is going to go out and be the main filmer so we can have some commentation in here by somebody that's actually played this game.
Not at this level, but I'll try my best.
And back for his second tour of duty is the General Grant Gregory. All right, so the Riders.
Good job.
See what they can get a little more aggressive here and get the ball into the net.
Uh-oh. Came out jumping.
Yep.
A lot of movement going on.
I mean, we have an advantage again because our goalie can kick the ball 30. I think a good 30 more yards further than their goalie can.
Oh yeah.
So it's not that their goalie is insufficient. It's just that Uchapa is just that good.
Some physicality there by
Yep.
Number 20.
All right, so completely different kind of
Nicholas.
feel to this, than the basketball.
Yeah.
Right? That's the great thing about doing all these sports. Each one of them has its own pace and rhythm, different from the next. Let's see here. I'm going to go turn this light off. Hold on.
All right. Henderson trying to get it down to their side of the field. Rough Riders stop them. Flip field. I believe that's Cordova throwing it in. Yeah, Henderson's going to be very picky right here.
Yep. They'll pack it in.
Yeah, and that's been a conflict for us today. And no worries right there as Huchapa gets it.
Watch him see if he drop kicks this thing.
It's like a center Rough Rider kickoff, man.
Yeah. That's actually one of his shorter ones. Now, as the match moves on, as we get closer, I would envision Henderson will really start playing defensive.
Yeah.
Because a 2-goal lead.
And honestly, I feel like their defense is spot on. I wasn't paying attention much, but from what I saw earlier, Henderson was. I mean, it's just like this. Center would get it down the field, and then Henderson would just, no sir, not today.
Yep. Well, we really got to cut that lead to one because we've talked about this with Coach G numerous times. When we've got a 2-goal lead, it changes the dynamics of how the teams play the last few minutes, as opposed to a 1-goal lead. Just like anything else, if you get to a 1-score game, you're less likely. The other team's less likely to sit on the ball.
Can't let this guy get it. Good job, AJ. AJ's got to get out of there. Good job.
Yeah. So, can you recognize them from?
I can recognize AJ because he's 10 times bigger than everybody, but I can probably recognize some of them. Oh my goodness, good save. You know, that young gentleman in Henderson, I think he's number 12. That would be.
I know we turned off the light so we don't have the glare.
Yeah, it's just.
But it makes it harder to see your score sheet.
Okay, number 12, Jan. He's been doing very good.
Yeah.
I've been noticing him filming with the camera. Oh wow. Boxing out. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a dog fight.
It is.
I think they're going to call tripping on that. Yeah, they're going to call tripping.
Yep.
It's going to be a penalty kick. Almost like a corner kick down
here.
here.
Yeah, it is. That's a Chris Mayfield State Farm free kick, almost from the corner. Maybe even slightly better. Some kind of hold up. Something's not right. They're running a play.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understood that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, Uchaba kicked it. It went off the back of one of our defensemen's heads. He was like, ouch.
Oh, he sends it
out
of the park.
Into the neighborhood. See Chris Wallington getting a good shot of that there. Like we talked about, the school and the stadium remain in its historically original place. We're just south of downtown.
We pulling the goalie here? I think we're just getting them to kick it, and then Paulo's gonna get on back. Yeah.
It's an interesting decision.
In hockey, that would be scary, but
yeah.
In soccer, you kind of have room to get them back there. Center is on attack mode right now.
Yeah. I think Coach knows we got to close this gap to one.
Oh, for sure.
Center's going to throw in, I think. Are they going to? They're going to put him at about the 20.
Let's start it in. Oh boy. Good job. Let's get it out there. That's what we need to do. The defenders, that's what the defenders, I think, are trying to do right now. Just get the ball out of there, get it on Henderson's side of the field, and squeeze the ball in the goal, across the goal line into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right. The Riders have it. They've got it in the corner. I'm sure we can get out, get it centered. Again, Henderson's played really good backline defense right there. Our Rough Rider goal came on. It was just an incredible kick. Nice tackle. And there's a shot. That was what we scored on before. We got it from about right there. And we're able to get it inside the goalie, but, in the net.
If you're Henderson, those are the kind of shots you're okay with having.
Yeah. If we hit those on a regular basis, you just say congratulations, you're better than us. Oh, those are always dangerous.
Oh, shanked it a little bit. It's all right. Center's going to still find a way to get it out of there. Get it to our attackers.
There we go, and we do.
Oh boy, there we go. It's 12 and 18 that I've noticed for Henderson that are making an impact on the game. I just had 12. Jan, I apologize with the name, Mendoza. And number 18, Are Yano.
All right, it's in. Henderson hasn't really had any effective shots on goal since they scored their last goal. But the Riders just haven't been able to capitalize offensively.
Yeah. I mean, when the Center's playing exceptionally good defense, every time it's getting on their side of the field, it's flipping in 10 seconds, and that's good for now because we're trying to get in the goal.
Nice passing there by the Lions. Riders with the steal. We've got something set up.
Nice.
Here we go.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Good play there by 18.
Good job,
Rider defense. Back line does a great job to get the ball back. Got a whistle. We got Henderson Lions down all over the field. The field's littered with Lions. This will be a good time to take a quick break. We'll hear from Down Home Storage, and we'll come back as we get the Lions picked up off the field.
Hey, if you're like me, lots of stuff is collected off up at your homestead. Call it down home clutter. Well, the good news is there's a place for it. You ain't got to have a garage sale or a bonfire. You can take your down home stuff to Down Home Storage. That's what I did.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me with something? Sure. What can I help you with?
All right, here we go. The Riders have a shot. Oh, nice play by the goalie. But the ball is still alive. Oh. Riders had a great chance there.
Just keep pounding. I mean, that was an incredible save by the goalkeeper. We just got to keep throwing shots out there. Good job by the Lions moving the ball around. Disrupted by Cordova. Wow.
Riders able to defend that off and now counterattack. And be a turnover here. Riders will take over.
Henderson's looking pretty locked in, passing the ball and getting it down to the.
They are. We'll see, but they had several guys cramping up. We'll see, like Walt and I were talking about in the first half. We'll see if the Riders have any sort of conditioning advantage.
Yeah. Oh.
Get it centered, but once again, back line is there to diffuse the situation.
This guy's a baller, number 18.
He is. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Now the Riders go quick. Oh, and it's stolen, but it's stolen back.
Ariano. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, but, I mean, he is just flying out there.
Yes. All right, here the Riders have a shot here, so they get it centered.
Oh.
Again, nice defense again by the back line for the Lions.
It's probably going to be a tripping. Yep.
So should be a free kick right there, almost like a super corner kick. Free kicks brought to you by, I guess he's not, see, they're almost, that's close. That's not quite in the box. That was real close, Grant, to being requiring a penalty kick, but just outside the box. So it's going to be.
I think he's going to try to.
We don't know what he's going to do. It could be almost like a corner kick, or they could run some kind of play where they get it to the man here on the 15-yard line.
Oh, it's in.
What a great set.
That's it. Whoa.
No, are they going to say it's a goal?
It's a goal, yeah.
Okay, it made it through the
touchdown Rough Riders.
That made it. I guess that made it inside the post there. I thought it was saved, but it wasn't. So
is that Bob Ramirez?
Is it Bob?
I think so. I didn't see who made it, but it looks like they were celebrating with Bob.
Okay, so we're going to do it. Wallington, that was Bob. He can't hear me. We were talking about, my Wyndham family doing something small about Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, what was his last name?
Ramirez. Alexis Bob Ramirez.
Yes. What's the story on that? What's he called Bob?
I'm pretty sure he just told a substitute teacher his name was Bob, and it stuck with him.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Because his middle name is not Robert or Roberto.
No, it
right?
isn't. I don't think it is, at least. I think that's what happened.
Well,
I mean, he's a pretty funny guy. So
yes. You can. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Because that's even better. That's going to be the official story So we're gonna have to interview him and get to the bottom of this mystery. But whoever it is, it's a clutch go there for the Riders. Because, again, it completely changes the dynamics of this match.
For sure.
To get that goal, to close it within one.
Riders just need to stay in attack mode like they've been doing this whole second half. It looks like Henderson's trying to enter attack mode.
Well, they have to. They can't sit on it anymore.
Yeah, they can't be complacent right now. Okay, all right.
Riders, not quite. See if the goalie misses it. Oh. Henderson's goalie is quality. He's made a couple of good saves. He almost saved that one.
He did. I thought he did for a second.
I did too, but he was just inside the net. All right.
Good ball movement. Oh,
it's not over yet. Here we go. Here's a shot. Oh, no!
The kick is good, but the goal isn't.
Oh my! That should have done it. This thing should have been tied 3-3.
Guillermo almost had it, and if I'm correct about Guillermo, he scores goals a lot.
Yep. Oh, it went off his foot wrong. Oh, he had the open net, open shot. Oh my. Still plenty of time though.
No, and Rough Riders, if they stay in that attack mode, I mean.
Yep.
We can't let 12 or 18 get on one. I mean, they just have incredible. Look how fast they're moving. It's absurd. Get out of there. Good job.
All right, Riders on the attack.
Good. Wow. Guillermo Arroyo.
Look at that ball. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yes.
Look at that. The skill level.
Almost. Yeah. Henderson can do it too, though.
Yeah. No, both of these teams are highly skilled. And they're passing. Both teams pass really well.
18 is a troublemaker.
Yes,
I'll tell you. I mean,
yes, he is. He's a thorn in our side.
Yeah.
It's a turnover.
And it doesn't ever look like he runs out of gas either.
No.
I mean, he's like he doesn't even look like he's tired right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Cordova throwing it in. Good job. Good hustle by Cordova. Oh, it was almost a good pass.
All right, it's going to be a Rider ball. They'll throw it in.
Good job. Good job. Great job by Henderson getting the ball out of there.
It's still alive, though. Here. Good header there. They get to that troublesome.
Oh, boy.
He's going to take the shot. It was way off.
You can just tell he's itching to get a goal.
Yeah.
All right. Yanyo.
Yeah.
I know the two L's make a Y sound. So
that's right.
I know that name is probably. I know I probably said it way off, but I'm trying with this. Oh, nice.
Good pass. But once again, the back line's there.
Kicks it out.
They're going to kick it out, so the Riders will take over. Do they have another ball available? Yeah, they do. So it's going to be a throw in here from the goal line.
Oh!
Riders still attacking. Oh.
That's it. Just keep getting the ball on their side.
Yeah.
Put stress on that goalie.
Good defense by the Riders.
Getting the ball to the second level, trying to get it to the third.
Well, that was nice. I saw what the Riders were trying to do, and Henderson did a really good job defending. They tried to get that second pass. Almost. Well, they're going to say it was out of bounds.
That was out, too.
Yep. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That was both of those plays. The balls were just barely out of bounds. So now the difference in the match is the penalty kick.
I believe that. Never mind. That'll be.
So we have under 19 minutes to go here. 3-2, the Lions with the lead, but the Riders have been able to score a goal here and have been much more the offensive aggressor so far.
Wait. See if we can get something going with Pablo right here. That had to have hurt.
I was going to say, I mean, I was going to ask you about that.
Oh, yeah, they hurt. I didn't do many headers, but they hurt.
Yeah, but you get one that it goes 60 yards, you head it, and then it goes 40 yards back the other direction. That, whoop. Nice aggressive play there by number
8. That's number 8. I apologize. These numbers aren't in order for them. Number 8. Allen. I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Basiladu.
Oh, it was a fine physical play by him. All right, the Riders going on the attack again. See the back line for Henderson's in place, is able to frustrate the attack.
Whoa.
Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
How
That's
about
the skill.
that?
Yeah. And try to give and go. Riders steal it back. Nope, no, it goes back. Oh.
And you.
Oh, nope.
Whoa, play still alive. Oh, my goodness,
It's
Shires.
still alive. Oh, what a bunch of excitement. I thought there was going to be a penalty call.
No,
and
nothing.
so did everybody else, but it still goes. Our goalie goes out, way out of the end zone.
That was scary.
Woo. So Henderson with a major attack, but the Riders are fortunate not to be down by 2 goals again after that.
Nice.
All right, Riders now have the advantage. Let's see if they can. Once again, the back line is able to neutralize the attack.
Wow, what a play by number 7.
Yeah.
He's breaking free. But the Riders cut it off.
Yeah, good play. Now, all of a sudden, the last 2 minutes, Henderson has been on fire with the attacks. Yeah. Riders come away with it. And let's see. Both teams make substitutions. Lions will throw in at about the 27, 28-yard line. Under 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Riders with a chance here with a header. Once again, the back line for Henderson is able to frustrate and negate the attack of the Riders.
I'll tell you right now, on the offensive side, it's looking like 12, 18, and 19 for the Lions.
Yeah.
I mean, and 7 too.
Yeah, they got a number of really good players.
Yeah, I don't. They're definitely the forwards of the midfielders.
Yep. Oh, nice interception there. Ooh, now stolen back and restolen. That should be a corner kick for the Rough Riders.
We need this one here.
Yeah. About to go under 13 minutes. Oh, it's in.
Got it.
Riders with another big score.
I see who it is. I just got to get the number.
Huge corner kick. So this one is all knotted up at 3.
Number 4, Miguel Rodriguez on the goal.
Nice.
Incredible way to capitalize on that. That was clutch.
Yes, it was.
Capitalize on that corner kick. And now, let's see what the move is. I don't know if you play conservative right here or attack or what.
Oh, nice tackle.
You definitely want to attack, huh, Shires?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to attack.
When you get to 4, then you want to play more conservative, I would assume.
Yeah, well, like I said, one goal is you can't park the bus or whatever they call it. You still, with one goal differential, because you can always have something strange happen.
Yeah.
Been very impressed with this Henderson Lion team. We handled them relatively easily in center. Nice. This guy 19 is he's got some moves.
Yeah.
It's going to go out of bounds. Should be Rough Rider ball to throw in.
Yeah, you got 19, the agile guy, and then you got 12 and 18, the power backs.
Pass me the roster. Yeah. I've got a little bit of light here. I can see. Like I said, they're not in order.
Yeah.
19 is Torres.
Oh, boy. There we go. 18 and 19.
Yep.
I mean, they're just –
Yep.
Look at that. 19 is going to get around. Riders stop it.
Yep.
That
should be a corner kick. Brought to you by Dr. Randy Collard. So 19 is Torres for Henderson, who is shown some great moves. And now we'll see if Henderson can capitalize on a corner kick.
Nice. Very good job. I believe that's Rodriguez.
Yep.
Same person who scored the goal.
Yep.
Saved the day for the Rough Riders. That would have gone in if he didn't.
Yeah, that one looked. Yeah, I don't know that our goalie could have gotten to it.
Yeah.
So Riders were down 3-1, and they are able to fight back and tie this thing up.
Oh. The Lions fans want.
Well, let's see what they're calling.
They want a foul. I don't think they're. I think it's just out of bounds. They're not calling it. So that's a relief for the Rough Riders.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's dangerous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good job, Pablo.
Yeah, that is. I saw that coming a mile away.
Let's get one of Pablo's punches. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
I mean, that could go in if he missed it. Oh!
Almost got a header there. But, I mean, Chapa is such a weapon.
He is.
All right, so we've seen Henderson they've expended a good deal of energy on these attacks and have been unable to score. But, man, they were close a couple times. And the officials are letting them play. That could have easily been called a foul down there. As I was saying, the Riders were in a hole 3-1, and they have been able to come back and tie this thing up. And now with 7.5 minutes to go in regulation.
Oh,
gets it saved. Here's the we still have a shot.
Got it.
Oh, it's in. The Riders take the lead.
I see who it is. I just got to see the number. I think that was Alan Valdez.
What was the number? Or did you get the number?
I'm trying to. I see. He's right. He's right there. I think that was Alan Valdez. It was Alan Valdez or Daniel Flores. No, it was Alan Valdez. He's right there by Daniel right now.
Okay. So Valdez with the go-ahead goal.
Huge. I mean, this has been an incredible game. Now you know Henderson is. They are probably ticked off right now. And they're probably finna start playing like it too.
All right. The Riders with 3 unanswered goals. There's the steal.
Good job, Daniel.
Here come the Riders. You see the maestro at work. And now it's Mendoza. He's going to take the wide shot.
Almost.
There we go. The maestro taking it away and getting it to Mendoza, who takes the shot. He had one. He made one other Carthage.
Yeah.
Just about like that, except he just, instead of going wide, he went to the near side and is able to squeeze it in.
And if you don't play soccer, that is extremely hard to do. Kick your cross body. I would say that's harder.
Oh, here we are. Nice
again.
Take the shot.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Henderson
real
got the rebound.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let's get now the Riders in the position. If they can score another goal here,
that would be the dagger, huh?
That it makes it extremely difficult. But as long as it's 4-3, even we're closing down 5 minutes, you still can't park the bus. You got to continue to go after it, because you just never know when you can get one, slip one by you. Oh, nice move there. Oh, now we get to Mendoza. He's going to take that shot again. This is Oh, nice defense. Nice defense by the Lions. There's a shot. There's a shot right there, but just couldn't get enough pepper on it.
They were able to cut Mendoza off this time. That was number 20 for the Lions. Number 20 Nichols was able to cut Mendoza off, and that.
Right. We're gonna let the clock run on down. The clock's stopped, but so we somehow got off. Probably because I got so excited. So it's 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go. We're gonna get that. And away we go. 4 minutes and 26 seconds away from Chris Wallington having munchos tonight. It's going to be out. Let's see. I think it's going to be center ball. So we'll go 4 minutes to go. And they're going to get it in, and it's going to be a header out of bounds. So it'll be center. We'll have a Chris Mayfield State Farm. No, it's not a free kick. It's going to be a throw in from the 15-yard line. And it's going to go out of bounds. There'll be a throw in from almost a place for a corner kick. As we're now 3.5 minutes away. We're going to throw in. Let's see if the Riders can get another attack. You know Henderson's going to be coming at us. They'll put whatever energy they've got left. That should be center ball, but they're going to call Henderson ball. Get in quick. Nice header. All right, center gets it. We got a 3-on-1. Let's see if we can get it out. There's a. Oh, I think they're going to call a foul on that. Chris Wallington, are you on? You're not.
I'm heading down, getting ready for the post game, and there you are already.
All right. If I can find what I did with my communication device, because without that, we're in deep trouble. All right, 2 minutes to go here. Riders have it. All right, the Riders have a chance. Still trying to get this extra goal, this insurance goal. It'll be an insurance goal brought to you jointly by JBA Financial, Chris Mayfield State Farm, and JBI Insurance. If we can get an insurance goal here. Oh, here we go. Nice goal, but nice job by the goalie. Nice defense by the Lions. .56 seconds to go. The ball is out of bounds. Here goes that corner kick is no good. Riders hustle back. They're having trouble getting the ball out from the goal, so they're going to lose some precious seconds here. 30 seconds to go here. Riders need to kick it deep. All right. Henderson's got a chance. Going to kick it out deep, all the way out into the stands. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to do it, folks. The Rough Riders come away with the victory here, 4-3. And we'll be right back.
You're watching on YouTube in conjunction with NETSN, Pineywood Sports Network's coverage of Rough Rider soccer. Phone number?
Yes, sir.
All right. I want you to call it up real fast. Did you press a commercial?
I pressed some.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. All right, everybody ready? We have Chris Wallington down on the field talking with Coach about helping us decide who the player of the game is.
It's Bob. It's Bob.
It is Bob.
Our hopes have been answered, man.
Yes.
It's Bob. We have questions to ask. Okay, that's good. Bob, we're going to start with Coach because he has a reason that you're the player of the game. And this is also my microphone, so this is kind of impressive. All right, Coach, kind of scary there in the first half, and then it looked like center in the second.
Well, I mean, for us, it's not scary. For us, it's just, pure competition. And as long as there's still time on the clock, like I tell my guys all the time, like, we still have an opportunity to score. All you need is a minute and 30 seconds to score 2 goals.
That's what happened.
Yes, sir. It sure did. And we found a way. Put it that way.
And I was proud of that. And it was exciting win here on foreign turf. And then, look, Coach, can you get a shot of this? We can't see those numbers from up there. We had no idea. That's what we need to do. We need to put our on the field. But we had no idea who was scoring. But you had a reason for selecting this guy. So tell me what that is, then we'll visit.
So, as a coach, I mean, we have strategies, tactics, things, and then sometimes we want to catch lightning in the bottle, right? Yeah, you recall the movie Angels in the Outfield? Okay, I had a moment. And so Bob
he had a moment.
Yes. And I was trying to catch lightning in the bottle. And Bob is one of those kids that, he tries his best. He tries his hardest. Sometimes things don't work out for us, but that's all of us. Sometimes some things don't work out for me. But today was Bob's day.
Yes, it was.
And we caught lightning in a bottle. I love him for it. And as long as he keeps believing that I've always believed in him, we can always have more special moments like these.
That's awesome. That's what you're in it for, isn't it? Okay, man. Number nine is here, our Center Motor Company player of the game. First of all, when did you kind of have the confidence this is turning around? It looks like it's going our way.
Yeah. Well, I saw that they fouled him, and it was a free kick. And Coach G said, first post. That's where I went on the post. And I had a feeling he was going to shoot at first post. So I pushed the guy out the way and hit my back and went in.
Hit his back.
Yes.
And it went in. So why do you call that? Is it not a header? Is it a backer?
I guess so.
Okay.
It's a bobber.
And, so that was your score. What was it? What was, besides that, your moment of the game when things are really going? What if you had to point to a moment other than your backer?
Well, when my teammates went down the field and almost shot the ball. They tested me out.
That's awesome. And last question. What's your, not Bob, what's your real given name?
Oh, Alexis.
Alexis Bob. Why do they call you Bob?
Well, since I was little, I played with my team in Little League. It was like we're all lined up, and there's another kid named Alexis. Where he went first, and it was about to be my turn next. I'm like, oh, I got to change my name to something else, Bob.
And that's what you came up with?
Yep, he's been stuck with me since 4th grade.
Well, Bob, that's awesome. And congratulations on being player of the game. Tell your teammates we had a great time. It's Bob, player of the game, y'all.
That's very good. So that's Chris Wallington down with the Coach Talk, brought to you by JBA Financial. We'll hear from them in Center Motor Company. We'll come back and and Grant and I will discuss the game from up here and how exciting it was. And Grant, you may just have to be in here from now on after that because we got on fire once you got up here. We'll hear from a couple sponsors. We'll be back.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
When you think Center Motor Company, Billy Don, what do you think?
Trucks, and more trucks.
They have pre-owned vehicles.
Yep, and a lot of them's are trucks from all brands, makes, and models. But the Ford trucks, man, they got a fleet of them.
Yes, they do.
Come on down to the corner of Hutcherson and Hurst, Center Motor.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We'll hear from them in just a moment. The excitement was so great. We got the players so quickly. We didn't have a chance to do that even play our post game intro. But I tell you what, we're going to take a moment and hear from Aurora Concepts. When we come back, Grant and I will talk about what our thoughts were from this very exciting game.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
All right, so I tell you what I think. So Bob, we learned he scored a bob, right? When it went off he kicked it off his back. It goes in. We saw it. You called it, Grant. You thought that was on Bob.
Yeah, I thought that was Bob. Oh, I didn't really see the goal, but I saw them celebrating. And
yes.
I didn't even see I just knew it was Bob.
Yeah. And then, to me, what makes it the player of the game, after he does that, within a minute or two after he does that, they're coming down with a major attempt to score, and then Bob is there on the defensive end and makes a play. I think he made a header and knocked it back out right after
Lays
that.
a hammer on him.
Yeah.
No, sir.
So right
Not
back,
today.
yeah, front. I mean, bang bang shot. So our player of the game, number 9, Alexis Bob Ramirez. So what an exciting game. Riders find themselves in a hole. Well, first they come out and they score a goal off just a tremendous shot from about 25 yards out. It goes right in. And then they're blanked for the next 20 minutes. And during that time, Henderson is able to accumulate 3 goals off one penalty kick and then a shot from a corner kick, and it would look dire there for a bit, like Chris Walsh said. But heard Coach G say, we're going, as long as there's time, we're going to compete. And then we come back out and just slowly but surely, as we methodically do, we just more and more pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure, and that leads to us tying the thing up, and then with 7 minutes to go in the game, we're able to go up 4-3.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends.
For sure. I mean, you could tell the difference in that game was center was on Henderson's side more than Henderson was on center's side.
Yeah, in the second half.
Yeah, second half. And I mean, Henderson had some ball players. When I saw that trio 18, 12 and 19 down there, I was like, "Oh boy."
Yeah, Henderson is very good. Their record is not indicative. I mean, I'm not sure how they've. I bet you they've lost some really close games. I guess.
And I remember last year they went pretty far in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did.
I believe they lost to the same team Center did in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, very very good game.
Well, so we're going to close this thing out. The Rough Riders come away with a 4-3 victory here over Henderson in an extremely tight game. I'd like to thank our post-game sponsor, Aurora Concepts, along with our JBA Financial and Center Motor Company. And we will close the show out, and when we come back, it'll be next Tuesday evening as Longview Pine Tree comes to town, the third-place team in the district, and we look forward to that. We know that's going to be a tough one. Well, thank you, Grant, for coming in and filming and doing some commentating. Thank you, Chris Wallington. This is the Counselor Stephen Shire saying we'll see you Tuesday.
We thank you for watching the Aurora Concepts postgame show. We have a big thanks to our postgame sponsors, Dairy Queen, Wyndham Family Dental, Wiggins Family Farms, Center Motor Company, JBA Financial, and Tammy Steptoe Realty. And of course, Aurora Concepts, who says, let us take care of you. Stay tuned for the Batters Law Firm Final Scoreboard live from the Bowles Feed Blimp. We'll see you next week. Until then, it's first down and 7 days to go.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops,